This is Tezzeret. That's right, I've slammed multiple names together to make an absolute pile of mid-range bullshit. Now, I'm probably going to time out playing this deck. It's got 2 Tezzeret, it's got 4 Urza, it's got 3 Emry, it's got some fucking engineered explosives, a Khan, 2 Uros, 2 Tireless Trackers, some pushes, some Thought Seasons. 4 of Arkham's Astrolabe, because this is just what Magic is like nowadays, apparently. Ban this filth. A Moxamba, multiple baubles, and a treasure map, because I just really enjoy treasure map.
Everyone loves a fucking good treasure map.
If you like the video, click the like button, let me know in the comment section below. With that out of the way, let's play some fucking Modern. Meanwhile, in the practice rooms, okay, the note said not too much hand disruption, or hand discard, or whatever they said. So, turn 1 Thoughtseize, maybe, yeah, that'll be fine. Like, I don't think that's rude, right? And we've got treasure map lead up with, we take their spell skite. If you want to see what was in their hand, it's some mad shit. It really is. They're playing Circuit de Lobotomist, Cryptic Serpent, and Barrow's Expertise. This is a practice room, so people play some interesting stuff. They opt, they pass back to us. We play a treasure map and pass back to them. They play a 3rd land and don't play a spell. We untap, we play an Astrolabe. We draw a Thoughtseize. No, they're not going to like this, are they? I think we'll wait. I think we'll wait a turn. If they play to be a Lobotomist or whatever it is, we can crack our Delta and just kill it. But they miss a land drop. So in which case we just scry our Aether Spellbomb to the top of our library, play a land, we Thoughtseize them, and they scoop it up.
A summoner has disconnected.
Success! Our hand is slow, but fuck it, I don't give a shit. We lead Prismatic Vista, sacrifice our Vista. We can grab a Swamp and Thoughtseize the shit out of them. When you Thoughtseize your opponent, and for a moment I thought it was going to be like a load of dredge cards. They've mulliganed to 5. We take the Cathartic Reunion. They've still got the Neonate, I guess. Maybe taking the Neonate was correct. Maybe. Drownlock's going to be pretty strong, considering they're going to have a lot of shit in their yard. Play the Blood Crypt we know about. They play the Neonate that we know about. We draw an Uroza, so we're going to play our Misty Rainforest and pass back to our opponent. I've just realised our sideboard doesn't really have any graveyard hate apart from Ashiok. Perhaps that's enough. We take the 1 here. If they don't sack it, like second main phase, we're just gonna kill the fucking thing. Yeah, let's kill it. This forces the issue. We can play Uro next turn. They discard Golgari Thug because they drew a Dredger, so, yeah. Someone else is much luckier at playing Dredge than I am. That also hit an Archamoeba. How come that's not stuck in... Oh, there's a Bloodghast in the bin as well, and they got a Flooded... Fucking what? Fuck off. What other people's decks do the things they're meant to? My decks just literally shit on the living room floor and then stare me deep in the eyes, and they're like, you clear it up, you prick. We're just going to shock ourselves and play in a road to try and dig into that 4th land. That valuable 4th land. I guess Gilded Goose is technically a 4th land, but fuck you. Hopefully we hit a green source so we can play Gilded Goose. That would be the most gas possible. Bloodghast comes back. We hit the breeding pool. I'm going to shock it in. I'm going to play the Gilded Goose. I'm going to pass back to our opponents. Next turn we can play an Urza or a Khan. Watch out, watch out, watch out! Gilded Goose can block a Narcomoeba and not die. Better than Birds of Paradise, confirmed. Fun fact, for that video, when I made the video about the top 5 mana dogs, if you haven't watched it, you should. It's actually not top 5, it's like top 7 or some bullshit. But either way, people were really negative with me for choosing Gilded Goose. It's a literal contender for best mana dog ever printed. Polluted Delta, Urza, no attacks. We can block and kill the Bloodghast with like a 3/3 construct this turn if we shock ourselves with this Polluted Delta. That might be worth. They've scooped it up! They can't beat these. They had a really strong, like, lead up after the initial 5, but I guess they've drawn nothing but shit now. Like, no way to actually discard the Golgari Thug in their hands, so I'll take it. Our opening hand is almost good. If we had literally 1 fucking land, it would be so gas going Goose, Bauble, Emry, but we can't. So a mulligan. Next hand has 1 land, a Goose, an Astrolabe, a Thoughtseize, and an Ashiok. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to put back the Tez. Maybe Tez is better. The -4 might actually keep us alive when they have a good start. Leyline in the Void, that gets our graveyard. I understand, I appreciate that. I respect your decision. I'm going to Thoughtseize their Cathartic Reunion or similar out of their hand. That's what I'm going to start with. We can't actually play the Astrolabe because we need the Snowland to do so. Life from the Loam, Stinkweed Imp, Bloodghast. That was risky, Vince. That was risky. If they had just 3 Dredgers, we were in a bad spot. I wanted to hit a Cathartic Reunion or a Thrill of whatever the fuck it's called. We didn't. So now we just gave him a free Bloodghast. That might have been wrong. Maybe we shouldn't be Thoughtseizing them that hard. Leave your answers in the comment section below. Perhaps, actually, to be fair, what we should be doing is playing the goose, so I can untap, play the Ashiok, and then Thoughtseize something, and then down-tick the Ashiok. That's probably better. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably better. Yeah. Life from the Loam gets them 2 lands back. I really want to just draw a snow land here. That'd be gas. So we can go Goose and Astrolabe. We did not. That is fine. That is fine. I mean, these things happen. Worse things have happened at sea, my friends. Worse things have happened at sea. We're going to play Watery Grave. Next turn, we can start down-ticking the Ashiok to exile their graveyard. Problem being, the Bloodghast is going to attack my Ashiok. Oh, they hit another Bloodghast. Fuck! Fuck! We want to draw a land and play an Urza first, then I guess to protect the Ashiok. Okay, it's summoning 6, so that's something. They cast Stinkweed Imp. Okay. Getting aggressive. We go to 12. We draw a land. It's a snow land too, so that's nice. I say that, it's actually a fetch land. But it's basically we play our Urza. Next turn we can turn a construct into a 3/3 by playing an Astrolabe and making a food. This turn we're just going to take 5. Which is actually quite painful. They hit a Narcomoeba off their dredge. They get another body. They attack with 2 Bloodghasts and a Stinkweed, and we're going to obviously just block a Bloodghast with an Urza because it's a 1/4. It's a pretty good body. They play a land, a Foothills to be precise, and they get back their Bloodghast, which now has haste. We untap and we draw a Bauble. Bauble helps to grow our construct as so. Okay, what's our plan here? Bauble is free mana, so we're just going to play it. It's just free real estate. Bauble is also free mana because it can tap for blue because of Urza. Draw a land. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Play the land for the turn. We're going to make some blue mana. We're going to make an Ashiok here. Now, they can attack it with their 2 flyers, but it does get rid of the 2 dredges that are currently in the bin. They do have a Life from the Loam in hand, but this just slows down the progression of their board. It also means their board of Foothills doesn't fetch anything anymore, so it doesn't bring back the Bloodghast. They crack their Foothills and fail to find because of the Ashiok. It does give them a target for their Life from the Loam, though, so there is that, I guess. So they swing everything at my Ashiok. We're going to do some blocking. It kills both the Bloodghasts. Now, they can play a land because they have a land in hand, right? And get both the Bloodghasts back. Yeah, here they come. Oh, I'm an idiot. I know Gilded Goose can block flyers, and I didn't block the Narcomoeba, meaning I have 1 less activation of the Ashiok. That was fucking bad. That was real bad. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. We use the Baubles to find out that Golgari Thug is on top of their library. Which means we missed a point of damage. I could have swung with my construct there when it's a little bit bigger. We play this Urza. We'll keep the non-summoning sick Urza, I guess. We get another body out of this. We pass back to our opponent. I should have blocked the fucking Narcomoeba last turn with the fucking Goose. Magic is really hard. We draw off the Bauble. We draw an Emry, which is pretty good apart from the whole ley line of the fucking void scenario. I probably have to cut the Emry's post board after this. We block a Goose on the Narcomoeba, constructs on the Bloodghasts. Now they must have another land in hand. I haven't kept track of exactly what happened with Life from the Loam, but I think they have 1 more land left in hand. Ashiok goes to 1. Bloodghast comes back thanks to the Copperline Gorge they just played. They cast a Golgari Thug. We're gonna create a food token. Popping eggs out of its ass. Do eggs come out of birds' asses? I don't really understand birds. Thug actually gives them a blocker. Life from the Loam, the Foothills. Sure. We untap. We draw a Karn, Scion of Urza. That's pretty good here. We cast Karn, Scion of Urza. We're going to create a colourless construct artifact creature thing. It's a 6/6. It's just a casual 6/6. And then we're going to attack them with a construct. They take 6. Going to 9. So we can kill them next turn. I am going to make a blue off the Astrolabe. No, we're not. We're going to make a blue off the food. Got to keep those Astrolabes up so they have to keep on thinking, you know? They got to keep on wondering. We're going to exile this Life from the Loam, I think, so they can't dredge and upkeep. Okay, we've got mana to activate a food. We've got mana to make a food. Cast a Life from the Loam. They can't swing out here because we would just murder them on the backswing. We generate a blue mana and a green mana, and we sink that mana into this bird here. And out of its vagina comes a piece of meat. And we're just going to gain some life. Back up to these Bloodghasts no longer have haste. Make a Bauble. Look at the top 2 cards. We'll just make another construct. Fuck it, who cares? And then we'll spin the Urza, hit a Tezzeret, cast the Tezzeret, turn the Arkham's Astrolabe into a 5/5, and I guess we'll just slap them with a load of stuff. They can block 3 of these things and take 6 and go to 3. We'll lose a construct to the pseudo-deaths of Stinkweed Imp. Golgari Thorngood on top of their library. Good night, sweet construct. We hardly knew you. Narcomoeba hits the yard. And a Narcomoeba goes to the top of the library because of the Golgari Thug, sorry. Which means when they dredge next turn, they'll get at least 1 Narcomoeba to block with. They crack their foothills. Too thin their deck, perhaps? Get the second Stomping Ground. I think Dredge tends to play 2 Stomping Grounds. Unless you're cheating, in which case you just put them back into your library out of your graveyard like that fucking guy did in that video. So they hit a Narco, which then hits a Poised Amalgam, but that only matters for the following turn. I think they're dead next turn unless they can configure it to death, which I don't think they can do because of the food we've got. Oh, that, and they don't have anything in hand. Cool! We got him! Fuck you, Dredge! I'm so good at rolling dice. Turn 1 Emry? Yeah, fucking go on then. It's about time. I've played quite a few matches with this deck prior to recording, and they haven't all gone so well, shall we say. We're going to go Mish's Bauble. Our opponent's thinking long and hard about the Bauble. They let it resolve. I appreciate it. Thank you for not force negating my Bauble on turn 0. That would have fucking sucked. Prismatic Vista's going to go get a basic snow-covered island, because having a variety of, like, access to a variety of lands, I mean, there's only hundreds and hundreds of basic lamps in Magic, right? Why would you want to play all the different arts when you can just play the same fucking 2 or 3 types of snow-covered land, right? Am I right? We put Uro in the bin, that's pretty strong. Could have cast another Emry there, but I'm going to wait a turn. Polluted Delta from our opponent. Nothing. Cool. Oh, we drew another Emry. Guess, kind of wish I cast the other Emry now. We're going to cast this Emry here. See what we mill as well. We're going to keep the non-summoning sick 1. Cool, I guess I'm just going to play an Astrolabe then. Drew an Urza, eh? We're going to play a Polluted Delta, pass back to our opponent. We're going to go fetch a green-black source off of our Delta in their end step. They got a Breeding Pool. Our board looks pretty impressive for turn 2, honestly. Next turn we can just hard cast this Uro, or we can cast Urza. EE for 0, eh? That's going to kill my Bauble. Sure, I guess. And they play their own Emry. Oh, okay.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?
Not you, you dumb piece of shit. You didn't even block that fucking Narcomoeba last game, you dumb cunt.
They hit Mr. Bauble and Archmage's Charm. They're going to give me 1 more turn with my Mox Ammo. That's very nice of them. We drew another Astrolabe, which is pretty sweet. And now I want to resolve my Urza prior to them having like Archmage's Charm or Cryptic Mana up. I think that's how the mirror of these style decks goes. So we're going to play an Urza here. I'm going to Bauble them and then replay my Bauble. Seems alright. Seems alright. We know that they are drawing Gilded Goose, and we've drawn an extra land. Now, if they have removal, it's going to be stressed between like Uro and the Urza. They can activate their Emry to replay their Bauble. Welcome to 2020, my friends, where Magic is just fucking absurd. Gilded Goose. Now, they're playing a shit tons of counter Magic in their main deck. Archmage's Charms, Metallic Rebukes, Cryptic Commands, most likely, depending on what variant of the deck they are. That's because they're cowards. That's because they're fucking cowards. They're going to Bauble us again. I would Bauble too, but I want to use it for mana instead. Okay, we drew a Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is a pretty good Magic card. I don't know if you've heard. Snow-covered Swamp was in our graveyard, so we're going to have to fetch a Watery Grave here. We're going to Thoughtseize them and try to take whatever action they've got. They've got Metallic Rebuke, they've got Deprive, and they've got Urza. Metallic Rebuke they can actually cast right now. They can also cast Deprive as well. Interesting. We'll take the Urza. We'll play an Astrolabe. We'll play another Astrolabe. And then they've just got counter magic up for our beloved Uro here. We're going to attack them with a 6/6. I guess we can just recast Uro as well. Like next turn and the turn after. Cracking the Delta here. I guess they're going to like detonate their engine explosives, leading us to cast our Uro. Seems pretty good. We also have an Urza to follow up with too. Oh, the problem being we won't have the mana post-combat to cast the Uro. Okay. Should have thought that through, because now we're going to lose the construct and the Mox Amber, and then post-combat I can't make double green, double blue. But I can make enough to play another Urza, so there is that. I guess now they can replay the EE for 1 to get our Astrolabes, but then we just replay our Astrolabes, so that's not much of a problem. Mystic Sanctuary is going to put Cryptic Command... No, sorry, Thingy Charm, Archmage's Charm on top of their library. They're going to replay the Engineered Explosives for 1? Yep. They're going to detonate it now. Okay, sure. They have 1 mana up. They cannot improvise anything. We drew a land. Gonna replay an Astrolabe from the graveyard. We're gonna go to combat attack for 2. And then we cast Uro, which resolves because they have counter magic in hand, but we don't really care too much about it. We pass back to them. They have an Archmage's Charm. They have a Deprive, and they have a Metallic Rebuke, but we're playing very proactively. Our threats are on the board. They have Galvanic Blast in their deck, but I don't exactly know how to deal with a resolved Uro. I guess they've got to bounce it with an Aether Spell Bomb. They're going to replay their EE, maybe for 3 to kill the Uro and our Emrys. Yep. Okay. Seems pretty good. We're going to untap. We're going to play a Karn? Sick. I love playing Karns. I think we're going to cast an EE for 0 just as a Mox Sapphire. I'm going to recast my Uro because, yeah, magic's fun. For me, not for my opponent. We put a Breeding Pool into play. We cast a Karn. We make an artifact, grow our artifact. We play a Watery Grave. I guess we just shit everything onto the board ahead of them having counter magic up next turn. And then we just hit them for 6. Yeah, seems strong. Seems strong. They're dead this turn unless they can like pull a Cryptic Command out of their ass to tap our creatures down during our turn. We play an Astrolabe to see if we can draw Thoughtseize to take a peek at their hand before combat. Of course, Mystic Conference plus the Cryptic Command is a loop. The great thing is we can Field of Ruin the Sanctuary in response and get them. Okay, that gave them something to... maybe that was incorrect, giving them something to be able to counter as well as tap our creatures. That might have been wrong. We're going to replay this Bauble that's in our bin. We're going to take up our Karn. Reveal a Misty and a Drown the Lock. We're going to put Misty into play. Next time we can put Drown Lock in our hand. It gives us a lot of gas to like get there with our current board state. We know they've got double Counterspell in their hand. We know they've got Deprive, and we know they've got Archmage's Nonsense. And we also know they've got Metallic Rebuke. We've got 3 counterspells in their hand. Archmage's Charm is going to be used now in the draw mode. Yep, seems good. They've scooped it up. I think the Field of Ruin was meaning they couldn't get any sort of Cryptic Lock on because we just killed the Sanctuary in response. Okay, we got an Emry, an Astrolabe, and a Rebuke. This seems pretty good. They lead Delta into, I assume, a Snowland Astrolabe? No, Breeding Pool. Goose. I see. We also drew a Goose, so we're going to play our Goose, I'd imagine. But we have a higher life total, therefore we are winning. That's how Magic works. Astrolabe, Mishra's Bauble, crack the Bauble to look at our library. Then I have Rebuke mana up. Okay, we are going to cast an Astrolabe. We drew another Goose. Let's grab a snow-covered island here. I guess we play around a Rebuke, I think. If they play Urza next turn, we're in trouble. Done. Yep, we're in serious fucking trouble. Okay. I could not have rebuked that because I would have had to sack food to do so. Second Goose. Okay, I guess we want to just draw our Urza here then. So, let's go ahead and play a tracker. Let's play a Polluted Delta. Make a clue. Crack the Delta. Grabbing an island. Use that mana to make an Emry. Put an EE in the graveyard. Okay, so an EE for 0 would hurt us a lot more considering we have clues and food in play. I guess we could crack the clues ahead of time, perhaps. They also played a Tireless Tracker. Looks like they're on a very similar deck to us. They play a Misty. They're going to grow that construct to be real fucking big. I could have countered the tracker. No, I couldn't have. They had food, Astrolabe, and Construct to pay the blue. Construct attacks, and I'm just going to take it. I think having bodies on the board right now is way better than losing them to the Construct block. We drew a Thoughtseize, which is not awful. We're going to play Astrolabe first. We drew another Thoughtseize. We're going to play the EE for 0. We're going to Thoughtseize them first. Next turn, they're going to start casting things with Urza, and that's going to get bad. I'm Thoughtseizing here to see if we can actually resolve this Engineered Explosives. Archmage's Charm. If I counter this, we actually get to see what's in their hands. I think that's worth it. Oh, they can pay, though. They can tap for blue and then tap the Goose. That was bad. That was real bad. I was too busy thinking... I was getting my head mixed up with Improvise and how Urza works. Jesus. Okay, well... I guess we can now just go ahead and have a look again. Okay, we got the Cryptic Command. Gotcha. So now a fetch land is real bad for us. So we'll be throwing a Gilded Goose under this construct so we don't take another fucking 4, 5, or 6 damage. They play the Astrolabe they've drawn. Hopefully it doesn't find them a fetch land. Fetch land will allow them to Mystic Confluence that fucking Cryptic Command back on the library. Another Astrolabe, growing the construct even further. They just play a basic island, get a clue. Now they can cash in all their clues because they've got an Urza. We also really fucking need an Urza. Whilst this is on the stack, I guess I'm just going to crack my engine explosives now. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Vince, you don't have the mana this turn. Oh, shit. It's time to sweat buckets. To have sweat drip from my arsehole as I clench. They're going to be left with a really big tracker. I think this game is over. I think we're going to game 3. We block the tracker because it presents more damage. If we block the golem, they can crack the clue with some more blue mana. They create a food token. Oh, they can do it either way. Either way does this. We go to 3. To play an Ashok. Okay. And they exile our graveyard. Alright. Okay. That makes Emry a little bit worse. We untap and we draw Field of Ruin. It's good in the matchup, but not right now. We play a land and crack a clue. We drew Mystical Dispute, which is not terrible. Being on 3 life is kind of scary. We crack another clue. We drew an Uro, which is good for next turn. The Ashok being a problem. I guess we just activate the EE now. I'm just kind of cast this for 0 again. And pass back the turn. If they play a land and crack it with the Tireless Tracker, that means we are just going to have to chump the tracker. Otherwise we die. And then I think it's game over. Oh, and it's a Mystic Sanctuary to get back Crypt Command and then crack the clue to get it back. It's game.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Okay. This one is bad, right? But we have Field of Ruin. Oh, fucking don't hate me, chat. Comment section, tell me if you think I'm an idiot. Snow-covered island, Arkham Astrolabe. They go. We drew another land. I guess it's game over. Thanks for coming. They crack their bauble, play a land, and pass back. Sweet. No turn 1 goose from them. Can we draw a goose? We cannot draw a goose. Gooses are hard. Let's play a Misty Rainforest. Let's play a Mishra's Bauble. Let's see what their next card they're drawing is. Or should we see what the next card we're drawing is? Yeah, let's see if it's a land. It's a land. I'm going to shuffle my library. It's a Thoughtseize. I will draw that. That seems good. Mishra's Bauble draws the Thoughtseize, but also pretending we've got Drown the Lock up here as well. They saw Drown the Lock last game, so they kind of have to respect it. And having 2 untapped lands means that we might have it. I'm going to pause. I'm going to crack this. Do they think we've got it? Are we going to drown the bird? We untap and draw a Murderous Rider. We're going to Thoughtseize our opponent here. They have Archmage's Charm, which will be enabled next turn by the Gilded Goose. They have Tracker into Crack Fetch Land. They have Ashiok, which makes our Prismatic Vista very bad. And they have Urza. I want to cast my Urza so bad, but they've got an Archmage's... Oh, fuck this. Take the Archmage's Charm. We can kill their Urza with our Murderous Rider. Hopefully with this fetch land up, they'll try and get greedy by casting the Ashok and hoping we F6. I kind of want to F6 and then un-F6 as they cast it to try and, you know, as it skips past a phase, they'll be like, oh, they've F6, let's get them. And they'll be like, not really, haha, surprise. Go on, play the fucking Ashok, you know you want to. Yeah, no, they're just going to slam it. They are going to slam the Ashok, sweet. I'm all for it, I'm all for it. Well played, well played. Never would have saw it coming. Yes, we get to stick the Urza first, right? Yeah, that's it. Go on, Urza. Fucking have them. Now, they still have food tokens, so next turn they can play a land. They could cast Urza. And then... No, they couldn't do the tracker. Sure, it's exiling chunks of our library. Uro. Sure. I haven't lost to an Uro yet in Modern, so that one will be what's about to happen, right? Gilded Goose number 2. We drew an Emry, which is good when there's not an Ashok in play. We cast Emry, and an EE for 0. They didn't make a land drop last turn, so if we blow up the EE, they actually can't... they can't make Urza this turn. Maybe that's the correct way to do it. We're going to attack for 3. Attacking the Ashok, actually. That'll force them to block with a Goose, I'd assume. Blowing up the EE does kill our Construct, though. That's the problem. I think I'll let them cast the Urza and we'll just Murderous Rider it, I guess. They have 4 cards in hand, one of which is Tireless Tracker and one of which is Urza. There's also 1 card in the yard off of recasting Uro, which they can do with their current mana. Cast an Urza. Trigger on the stack, I'm going to respond by killing the Urza. Pew pew. They now have a 1-1, so there is that. We shock in a Breeding Pool and we activate Urza. We find a Thoughtseize. We're going to cast it. Emry, Ashok, and Tyler's tracker. Okay, I guess I'll just take the tracker then. Then attack with all creatures at their face. Yeah, why not? They got a 1/1. They're on 15, we're on 10. They can swing at us for 1 here if they wanted to. They got a second Ashok coming up, which I'm not too fussed about. They can exile more of our library. We only have 23 cards left in our library, so maybe we have to be careful that we don't get decked out by double Ashok. They hit a fetch land. That was a card we didn't know about. Wait, did we see a fetch land? Is the 4-drop the thing we didn't know about? Oh, they're recasting Uro. Uro's a thing. Uro's definitely a thing. Okay, that's an Uro. It has trample, right? No, it doesn't have trample, so I can block it every turn. But it's pretty good at putting their life total back up. They drew and played a Misty. We drew an Astrolabe, which we'll play. We drew an Ashiok. That's a turn too late. Okay. This is turning into a grind and they have double the clock on me. Fuck. So they're going to put Archmage Charm back on top of their library, right? That's their plan here. With their Misty Rainforest. They can't do that now because I resolved an Ashiok. Sweet. Okay, we cast on Modest Rider and we pass the turn. They can swing with a 6/6 and we can like double block, I guess. That's a thing we can do. They may well just deck us with Ashioks, that's the sad thing. Make a food with their Gilded Goose. Play an Emry. We'll an Astrolabe, an Emry, and a Mystic Sentry and a Skeleton Tarn. Guess you want to draw Drown the Lock right now to kill the Uro and then kill it with Ashiok. That'll be pretty sick. We draw a Tracker instead. Activate our Urza. Urza's going to go to the graveyard. We can't escape it even if we wanted to. We're going to find an island. We're going to play the island. We're going to down tick on them to get rid of that Astrolabe out of their graveyard. They get a Veil of Summer, which draws them a card. And we don't get to exile their graveyard. Shit. Okay, well our construct is almost bigger than the Uro. They exile our Uro with their Ashiok. And they play their second Ashiok, I assume. I wanted to off my ears there to crack my Prismatic Vista for look for the last island. But I fucked it. Okay, we go to 10 cards in library now. I think we're going to have to bring back our EE as a 3-drop and kill the Uro and the Ashiok and the Emrys and like everything. Okay, I guess we're going to have to. We're going to have to. Draw a card off of our clue. We drew a Mishra's Bauble. Not great. Considering we have 9 cards left in our library. And then we're going to draw an Urza. We're going to exile their graveyard. Oh, I should have after the fucking engineered explosives, Vince! Okay, blow up all 0-drops. That's just our constructs. Then I'm going to go to combat and attack with my 2/3 lifelink cap. We're then going to replay the EE. Black, blue, and we're going to tap some stuff for blue. Tap for blue. Tap for blue. Colorless and blue. That's 5 mana. I guess I cast this. 6 mana. Detonate the EE. Boom goes the dynamite. Midrange goes back into our library. Oh, I'm not going to deck out today. Then we're going to make the Urza. Okay, we couldn't have activated the Ashiok after I detonated the EE because it would be in the bin. I did the right thing. I did the right thing. Pass the turn to our opponent with 1 minute 54 on the clock. They can crack their Misty now. Get a Steam Vent. I don't know if that was correct. I'm running out of time here. Polluted Delta from our opponent. We untap and draw a Dream Render. That's a pretty good draw here. Let's play that. They'll crack their Delta now. Nope, they didn't. Cool. Exile the Uro. Get it the fuck out of here. And we're going to make some blue mana. Make some blue mana. And we're going to activate our Urza. 8 cards left in library. We got another Ashiok. I guess we can start to deck them. They're just going to rebuke it. Sure. Attack with all our creatures. I don't really want to draw off our Bauble anymore, I don't think. Because we're going to be using Urza anyway, right? To, like, spin the wheel. Oh my god, we got 7 cards left in our library. They're going to make a food. Which is frustrating as shit. Because that means the virtual life total is really high. I could do with something that makes tokens, honestly. We drew a drown the lock. Let's exile there. Well, I can kill their goose right now. Hup, papa! Make a food while you can, my friend. Veil of Summer. Fuck. Okay, well. Fucking Veil of Summer. Are you having a laugh? Spin the wheel. Move to combat and attack for 5. Doesn't matter because they're going to gain 3 a turn from the goose. They crack a food. They go to 9. We have 40 seconds on the clock. We're hitting them for 1 damage every turn. It's pretty bad. I clicked the wrong thing. Fuck, no. We attack with everything. 20 seconds to go. What a fucking ridiculous game of Magic this has been. This isn't grindy. This is literally like swimming through molasses. Their only hope now is to time me out, I guess. Activating my Gilded Goose will probably take me several minutes. Fuck, I pressed the non-green source. Are you joking? Attack! Activate this! Die! Fuck! Bollocks. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was stressful. It was stress-inducing. Buy my shirts, be nice to one another, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Fuck my life.